guys. So how we doing? I hope we're all doing well, and I hope we all had a good day. Pardon, I was absent yesterday, and that is due to some personal reasons. Um, I hope we all had a good day, and actually, not much happened yesterday, so um, not excusing my absence, but yeah, wasn't on the market much. Haven't been on the market much this week. Although yes, of course, you cannot do anything but keep how do I say, you have to keep yourself in the loop, right? You have to keep yourself updated. You're not on the market, you're on the market. You have to know what's going on. And what is going on right now at the moment is first of all, with the Bank of Japan, Mitsubishi Financial Group, right? One of the main spokesperson came out and said, okay, is the market has all but priced in a rate hike, right? But it's also about how to steady this, right? So for for example, right, there's inflation issue in Japan, and when that's when that happens, prices of things continue to increase. Now government spending, they want to increase spending to tackle that, right? Put more money into the market, because that's the policy of the prime minister of Japan, right? And that could also lead to weaker yen, while leading to like you get negative importation, and that could be a problem for investors going forward. But also we expect the yen to keep falling at least until about 2026. Let's see what happens, because the market has all but priced in a rate hike. And when it comes to the dollar, we have the opposite, right? The market has all but priced in a rate cut, and we're just waiting for the confirmation. Now we could have like a surprise. The surprise would be the rate not being cut, right? So if there's a rate hike, that could cause a lot of volatility in the market. So it's all about watching and waiting for what each the Bank of Japan wants to do, the Fed wants to do, and also Aussie is at an all, like it's moving crazy at the moment. So pairs that I'm looking forward to is not necessarily like pairs like USD JPY, because it still remains flat as 155. I'm looking at pairs like Euro JPY, right? I'm looking at pairs like this. I'm looking at pairs like AUD JPY, right? I always talk about this, right? So AUD is risk on, JPY is risk off, right? So this can tell us where the market is going to, and you can see more investors are willing to take on more risk. You can see how this is just flying into the moon. So you look at pairs like this, and then you find correlates between them, right? So for me, it's all about, okay, now I'm looking for buys on this and nothing else. And where do I start from, right, guys? I'm looking, okay, this liquidity low. I'm looking at this liquidity low. I'm looking at this liquidity low, right? Where is it? I'm looking at this one also that we just formed. If we go to the 1 hour, you see it's clear, right? I'm looking at these lows. Even here also, I'm looking at these lows to see, okay, we want that liquidity grab, change of character, and then from there we can start looking for further longs. So these are the pairs that I've got my eye on. Not necessarily a pair like Euro USD at the moment, although yeah, it's quite a nice place, but I think they're better pairs to trade at the moment. And now, okay, so let's get back to our daily analysis, how we do it. As you remember, on the daily, Euro USD swing wise is bullish, right? And then we retraced to this low, we took out this liquidity, and since then we've taken out this high. Now we're just consolidating. So for me, as I've always maintained, further longs for me would be above here, right? Would be above this quarterly open, and then would probably be targeting a new impulsive phase, because okay, these are impulsive phase, retracement, impulse, retracement, and now we're just waiting for another impulsive phase, perhaps, right? That would be one. Also, if we don't break this, right, we come here, we grab that liquidity, and we get that change of character, we could look for that for those shorts instead. So I'm interested in longs, but above the 3 monthly, the quarterly open. Anything beneath that, I'm looking for short. But I like this price action. I like the way it's moving. You can see we're just, this is a flag pattern, right? You could just see there's a bullish flag, a descending flag. So this could be a bullish indicator. That would be nice. I would just wait for a breakout, right? So we have this right here. I hope you guys can see clearly. Let me zoom in a little bit further. So you can see right here, we took out these lows and then now we're pushing up. So this can be a nice strong area of demand where you can start looking for longs if it plays out, right? So you want that push up, right? This nice push up coming up, and then you want to like this, right? And then probably retest a change of character right there, and then we start looking for those longs into the highs. That's one possibility, but the highest conviction of longs will come right here, right after we break this, because now if you look at the 4 hour swing, these are swing high, these are swing low, right? Taking a buy from here, it's more risky than taking a buy from here. Definitely, yes, it could work out, but it's all about the risk profile. If you're willing to, it's your choice. You get what I'm saying? But the point is, whatever you're doing, know the risk profile, right? Know, okay, this is what I'm exposing myself to. So whatever happens, you can, how do I say, you're prepared, right? It's all part of the plan. So you don't get into a frenzy. You don't build up this doubts in your mind, or am I good, am I bad, what am I doing? No, you don't need that. Follow the plan, and if it happens, oh, it happens according to the plan. You get what I'm saying? um with the dollar index, guys, okay, you can see we're also similar thing. We're consolidating after grabbing all of this liquidity. We failed to make a new high. Our market has all but priced in the rate cuts that we talked about. So for me, okay, if we're looking for more sales, right, to take out maybe this low, right, you can see we have this areas open, right? We have these areas open, perhaps. So it would be nice to see. I would just wait for that breakout and then perhaps a retest of this weekly open, because you can see we also grab liquidity to our left. So that breakout, retest of this area, and then probably we could look for those short-term sells into the downside, right? That would be nice to see to end the week. Okay. Um, with G, okay, let me delete this because I'm not. With GU, guys, something similar, but you see, the thing is, you want that clear structure break, right? With GU, I'm not interested in longs on this pair at all, because the pound is fundamentally weak, and so although yes, it's been gaining some strength, so let's see what happens. But I'm still looking for those shorts on this one. I'm waiting for a break of this fractal low beneath here, and then perhaps we could get that nice trade. But for now, for me, it's a no man's land. We've grabbed this liquidity, now we're just consolidating. It's a no man's land for me, and I will just wait until we pick a direction, right? With NU, guys, we've gotten to our targets. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, honestly, like fundamentally, I'm still bullish on this pair, because for the foreseeable future, there would be rate hikes on the Kiwi dollar. So and even similar with the Aussie dollar, we'll get to it. For Aussie, for Kiwi, I'm still bullish on them. I'm just waiting. Perhaps we get that breakout, and then that retest of this quarterly open. I would be looking to long this. This is still, I'm favoring this more than Euro USD or GU, because Kiwi is more bullish at the moment, and with even their policy is giving them indications for more upside. And that is, so what would I be waiting for? A similar thing that I spoke on Euro USD. You can see we're consolidating. You want that breakout, that clear breakout, and then that change of character, you keep moving with the market. Okay, that's all we want. And similar thing on Aussie, right? I spoke about this being a range play. I've reassessed that, honestly, because of the fundamentals that came out. And then so Kiwi is also looking to hike their rates, right? So, and if you look at this, swing wise, we're bullish, right? Swing low, swing high. We retraced, took out all of this liquidity. Now we're just pushing up. So this could be the start of the next impulsive phase, right? This could be the start of the next impulsive phase for us going to make another high, right? All you just want now is, okay, how can I take advantage of this, right? You come to the 4 hour or the hourly, you look for liquidity lows, right? Something like this right here, right here. So I want that push down. That would be nice to see a little bit, taking out these lows, all those early buyers in, and then we can start looking for those, that change of character, and we look for the longs. I'm quite interested in looking for longs on this. As you can see, it is bullish, so please don't look for shorts. If you want, it's your choice, but I wouldn't be looking for shorts. USD CHF. Whew, this was beautiful. Yesterday we came in here. Was that on Monday? We came in here, took out all of this liquidity, right? All of this liquidity highs from here. Took we took out all of it, and now we're just selling, guys. You could be here. Honestly, you could be in this trade. It is a good trade to be in. Something like this, so you could wait for that retracement, as we have this as our supply area now. And if you look at it, there's the buy before the sell, and it took out liquidity. So you wait for the market to come right back into this area, and then from there we could start looking for those shorts. And I think we have news today coming up, guys. So be cautious with whatever kind of positions you're taking. So this would be nice to see, because we could have some wild swings before it goes our way. So we want to be cautious at least. But this is a nice position to look at, because okay, we've grabbed liquidity, and then if you look at the market condition, we're still in a range, right? We're still in a range, and now we've grabbed all of this liquidity. We've approached the 0.25, 0.75 rather. So I expect further downside on this. For the foreseeable future, for now, let's see what happens. Similar with gold, we're just moving sideways, honestly, and for the moment, and that's quite fine to see. So what we're just looking for right now is, okay, we want to sweep of these lows. Is ascending lows, some lower prices, maybe even to here, and then from there we could start looking for those new longs, because if you take your PVD tool, right, and you put it in, you can see like this coincides with the 0.5 level. We will have all of this liquidity being swept. That would be quite nice to see. So I would just be waiting and see what happens. I'm waiting for the numbers to come out from the US and Canada, and then we see what happens from there, how we want to adjust and move. Okay, but I'm waiting for lower prices on gold, and then from there we can start looking for those buys. On USD card, honestly, I would just stay away from this right now. As you can see, we made a massive move based off of the Canadian dollar labor data that was released, and it was better than anticipated. So I'm just waiting. Let's see reaccumulation. Let's see what wants to happen. I would like higher prices, and then from there we can start looking for those shorts. As I mark this place as hourly liquidity, I think, if you remember, right? So let's see what wants to happen. I wouldn't take a trade from here because of the risk involved, but I would just be waiting for the deeper prices, as we still have all of this place that we can still feel a little bit to a certain extent, and then maybe from the quarterly open we start to push down. That would be nice to see. With USD JPY, guys, honestly, wow, this happened yesterday. Oh, was it yesterday? 2 days ago, right? Yesterday and 2 days ago. Quite beautiful, honestly, quite beautiful to see. As we came here, we grabbed all of this liquidity. You can see this descending price action. Now we broke out, and we haven't looked back since then. If you go to the hourly, right, all you just want is buys, honestly, on this thing, because right now also, like with the rate cuts, with the rate hike on JPY, and the possible rate cuts on um possible on JPY, possible on USD, right? So they have quite different policies at the moment, and that could lead to interest differential. But I would like that to play out on AUD JPY rather than USD JPY, because USD JPY is not moving as fast as those, but it doesn't really matter. Just like what matters is the chart, right? What matters is, Okay, what am I looking at? I'm looking for these liquidity lows to get taken, right? I'm looking for these lows to probably get taken, and then from there we could start pushing up from there. Maybe that would be nice to see. Perhaps if we get that push down a little bit, and then we can start buying from there. Okay, so at the moment that's all I have for today. I wish you a wonderful day. Please don't sell USD JPY. All right. I wish you a wonderful day. Let's look at the yen basket for the moment, and then we call it a day. Wow, guys, you can see. So we'll mark this as this wedge pattern, right? And then boom, from there we just broke out and we never looked back. Quite beautiful. But I still expect some higher prices on JPY. Let's see what happens if the rates start to increase, because the thing is, even with the Mitsubishi that I spoke about, they're looking to buy more bonds, and because the yield is appreciating in the yield for the JPY bond is appreciating. So let's see what happens, and it's all about being patient and let's see what direction market wants to take. But this is as bearish as it comes. Don't look to call bottoms at the moment. Just look to sell JPY, and that would mean buying AUD JPY, a pair like Euro JPY that we spoke about earlier. Also, these pairs that you look at and be like, okay, I'm looking for longs. I've been looking for longs on this for the longest time, right? It never seems to come back to my entry, so I guess it doesn't want me in it. But I don't care what it wants. I want to be in it, so that's all that matters. All we just gotta do is wait for that liquidation again, right? Wait for these lows to get swept, and then from there we can start looking for further longs. Okay, thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day. That's all we have for today.